सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Page number 86, second paragraph, topic 150. रज्जुज्ञानेन सर्पनिवृत्तिः न स्यादित्याक्षेपः ननु रज्ज्वादिज्ञानेन न सर्पादिनिवर्तेत मिथ्यावस्तुनो यदधिष्ठानं तज्ज्ञानेनैव मिथ्यावस्तु निवर्तेत इति अद्वैत सिद्धान्तः। This 150th topic is the Purvapakshi's question. He is repeating our point what we have mentioned in my previous classes, that is Nischal mentioned. That alone he is repeating and objecting that. This portion what we are seeing written by the Sanskṛt Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati in a beautiful Sanskrit language of that original Hindi version of Nischal. The subject wise is also it is very beautiful, and the language wise, especially the Sanskrit version which we are seeing, is also very nice, simple, and very, very involved subject matter. Therefore, we can enjoy the subject as well as the language Sanskrit also. If you know Sanskrit very well, you can thoroughly enjoy. If you know Sanskrit little, you can enjoy little, okay, Sanskrit. If you don't know Sanskrit also, you can learn Sanskrit slowly. If you cannot learn Sanskrit slowly also, you can learn to love Sanskrit. Okay. So anyway, it is better to study the Sanskrit version. The entire teaching that which we are seeing, that is Anirvachaniya Khyati, this is the total epistemology of Advaita Siddhanta is presented here. Advaita Siddhantas, its epistemology, the whole crux of Vedānta, how it interprets. So the depth of Vedānta, it takes us to that level. So we have to be very, very alert and keen in listening the words. Purvapakshi is arguing. He says that what we said, he repeated. The rope-sick knowledge, after presenting that erroneous perception, how rope snake perception takes place, that elaborately he did. After that, how when he gets that rope knowledge, as long as erroneous perception is there, there is anxiety, fear, once the erroneous perception goes, the fear goes away, anxiety also will go away. So the purpose of removing this erroneous perception is to remove that anxiety and fear. That fear, anxiety born because of that snake perception. The snake perception is because of rope ignorance. Now the solution is rope knowledge. Rope knowledge alone is the solution to remove the snake adhyasa, rope snake adhyasa. Therefore, we said rope knowledge can come only through adhisthana chaitanya jnanena. That he is repeating. What you said, praguktam, that he is telling, rajjujnanena sarpa nivrittihi. By, see, there are students, junior students, senior students. Junior students means those who have completed only Bhagavadgītā and 1 or 2 Upaniṣads. They are junior students. Senior students means those who have completed Bhagavadgītā and other 10 Upaniṣads, and also some Prakaraṇa-granthas. They are called senior students. Why this division? Only just for a simple presentation how the rope knowledge removes snake, rope snake. This is answer for junior students. Rope knowledge removes snake perception, snake adhyasa, snake erroneous perception, it removes. What we say? Rope knowledge. But we don't say this is totally wrong, but this answer is only for junior students. Now Vicharasagara Granthakarta Nischala is addressing senior students. Senior students means he want to go further. Those who have completed Taittiriya, Mandukya, my classes about Vakya Vritti and Panchadashi, Vicharasagara, those who have heard my subject, they can easily follow. For others, a little bit difficult. You can understand, but a little tough. Because we have explained all these ideas in our Upanishadic Mahavakyams, especially. So therefore, for senior students, what we say, not rope snake, rope knowledge really removes rope snake. Rope knowledge, adhisthana chaitanyam only removes rope snake. So sarpadhyasa can be removed not only by rope snake, rope, but rajju avachinna chaitanya adhisthana jnanena. That chaitanyam which is enclosed in the rope, that chaitanya adhisthana jnanena eva sarpajnanam nivartum shakyate. Sarpajnanam can be removed. This is what our statement we did, that he is reminding us now. Therefore, rajjujnanena sarpa nivrittihi nasyat iti akshepaha. Why? Nanu rajvadi jnanena, by rope knowledge, na sarpadi nivarteta. Sarpa, etc. means silver, marriage water, all those cannot be removed. Na nivarteta. Why? He is telling us what we said, he is repeating, Purvapakshi. Mithyavastunaha yad adhishtanam. Because we said rope is mithya, a mithya vastu, rope cannot be the adhishtanam of another mithya, that is snake. An unreal object cannot be the adhishtanam of another unreal object. Clear? Therefore, we negated that rope cannot be the adhishtanam, because we said rope is mithya. Therefore, he points out mithyavastunaha, that is snake, P1. Yad adhishtanam. Yad adhishtanam means that is rope. Tad jnanena aiva mithyavastu nivarteta. So actually, rope knowledge alone can remove snake appearance, snake perception. Mithyavastunaha yad adhishtanam. What is the adhishtanam? It is a substrat, it is support or source. Tad jnanena alone, because of that knowledge alone, mithyavastu nivarteta. This is general rule. Iti Advaita Siddhanta. So adhisthana jnanam alone removes adhyasa, erroneous perception. It is your Advaita Siddhanta only. Not only that, what you said up to here we saw in the last class. Now I read this whole paragraph, that I will explain now. Mithya bhuta, and again I will read. Mithya bhuta sarpadyadhishtanantu rajvadyupahita chaitanyameva na rajvadihi iti pragabhitam tasmat rajvadignanena na sarpadi nivrittir bhavet iti chet. So mithya bhuta sarpadyadhishtanam. Mithya bhuta, that unreal superimposed sarpa, that is called in our language P1, projection number 1, sarpadi. Adhishtanam, its support to rajvadi upahita chaitanyameva, prag abhitam, its support or source, it's CV1, upahita chaitanyameva, enclosed consciousness alone is the adhishtanam. You said upahita chaitanyameva, in our abbreviation CV1. CV1 alone is the cause or support of that P1. Na rajvadiriti pragabhetam. It is not the rope. It is not the rope, but it's a rope adhishtanam. Rope enclosed consciousness. Rajju avachinna chaitanyam. CV1 alone is adhishtanam. You have already mentioned, said. Therefore, tasmat, therefore, rajvadi jnanena, by rope knowledge, na sarpadi nivrittihi, snake cannot be removed, snake cannot be eliminated. Snake means our rope snake, okay. Upon snake means don't take a real snake, okay. Suddenly if you remember real snake in the snake park, everything will be confused. So snake, whenever I say rope snake. Rope snake means what? Snake you have superimposed upon the rope because of twilight. So that is the erroneous perception. That nivrittihi na bhavediti. That na you have to supply. Na bhavediti na sarpadi nivrittihi bhavediti chet. Because you have said that rope cannot be the adhishtanam. Therefore, the enclosed consciousness, CV1 adhisthana jnanam alone is required. Then why you are telling rope knowledge, rope knowledge, rope knowledge? You should say what? Adhisthana jnanam, rope enclosed knowledge only you should say. Rope enclosed consciousness alone you should say. That is the Purvapakshi's objection. Now, what Nischala Dasa is going to answer, we have to See the portion, topic 151. Rajjujnanameva sarpadyadhisthānaඥānam bhavatīti samādhihi atra uchyate. Rajvādi jadapadartha vishayaka ಜ್ಞಾನಮಂತಃಕರಣ ವೃತ್ತಿರೂಪಂ ವೃತ್ತೇಸ್ತು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನಮಾವರಣಭಂಗಃ ಇದಂಚ ಆವರಣಮಜ್ಞಾನಸ್ಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಃ ಯಸ್ಮಾದಾವರಣಂ ಜಡಂ ಅನಾಶ್ರಿತ್ಯ ತದಧಿಷ್ಠಾನ ಚೈತನ್ಯಮೇವಾಶ್ರಯತಿ ತಸ್ಮಾದಂತಃಕರಣವೃತ್ತ್ಯಾ ರಜ್ವಾದಿ ವಿಷಯಾಕಾರಾಪನ್ನಯ ರಜ್ವಾದ್ಯವಚ್ಛಿನ್ನ ಚೈತನ್ಯಾವರಣಮೇವ ಭಜ್ಯತೆ ವೃತ್ತಿಸ್ಥ ಚಿದಾಭಾಸಸ್ತು ರಜ್ಜುಮಾತ್ರಂ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಯತಿ ಚೈತನ್ಯಸ್ಯ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಪ್ರಕಾಶರೂಪತ್ವಾತ್ ತತ್ಪ್ರಕಾಶಾಯ ನಾಭಾಸಮುಪಯುಜ್ಯತೆ ಅಯಮರ್ಥಃ ವಿಸ್ತರತಃ ಉಪರಿಷ್ಟಾದಸ್ಮಿನ್ನೈವ ತರಂಗೇ ಕಥಯಿಷ್ಯತೆ. Up to here we will see now. Rajjujnanameva. First, samadhi means answer. It is not any yoga samadhi or anything. Here samadhi. Samadhi means here samadhanam, reply, uttaram. Uttaram to whom? Reply to whom? Purvapakshi. Which Purvapakshi? The above mentioned Purvapakshi. 150. The Purvapakshi is going to be answered by Siddhanti, the author Nischala. What he says, the answer is briefly, in short, he gives in one heading. Rajjujnanameva, that bold letters is samadhanam in brief. Rajjujnanameva, rope knowledge alone. Sarpadyadhisthana jnanam bhavati. Rope knowledge alone can be called as sarpadyadhisthana jnanam also. Adhisthana jnanam means CV1. Sarpadi means P1. So the snake disappears when you get rope knowledge. That rope knowledge itself, it includes adhisthana jnanam also. So rope knowledge includes chaitanya jnanam also. Adhisthana chaitanya jnanam also. Bhavati iti. It is included. Bhavati means it is included. What is included? CV1 is included in P1. P1 means sarpadhyasa goes and sarpajnanam comes. Rope knowledge comes. So the rope knowledge, sarpadyadhisthana jnanam, that is CV1, included. Bhavati means included. This is the samadhanam. Atra uchyate. In this following paragraph, that is going to be elaborated. Rajvadi jadapadartha vishayaka jnanam antahkarana vritti rupam. Jadapadartha. Rajvadi means Rajju is a jadapadartha. Shell is a jadapadartha, inert object. And sand is also an inert object. So Rajvadi jadapadartha vishayaka. Vishayaka means object. Jnanam, that knowledge. Art knowledge. That knowledge, rope knowledge, shell knowledge, or sand knowledge, etc. That jnanam antahkarana vritti rupam. Beautiful presentation. It is nothing but in the form of internal thought. Antahkarana means in the mind. Vritti means thought. It is rupam means in the form of. So any knowledge is in the form of a thought. Puja Dayānanda Swamiji always jocularly says, Atma Jnanam, also physics knowledge comes where? In the intellect, Antakaranam. Intellect means mind, put together Antakaranam. Physics knowledge, chemistry knowledge, or music knowledge, knowledge about a vaccine, where it is available, knowledge about anything for that matter, where knowledge comes only in the buddhi. Buddhi is meant for knowledge. But Atma Jnanam, where it comes in? Nobody want to use buddhi with regard to Atma Jnana, except Vedanta students. Many people, they want to get Atma Jnanam in meditation, in silence. Swamiji says, every Jnanam comes only in the intellect. This is intellectual knowledge. All these are all intellectual knowledge. Why you are studying Shastra? Only intellectual knowledge, jugglery of words, intellectual knowledge. Swami says there is no nasal knowledge, eye knowledge, ear knowledge. There is only intellectual knowledge. Knowledge is intellectual level only. Therefore, that knowledge, vritti rupam, it is in the form of thought. Vritti means thought. Thought arises in the mind. Vritti rupam. Vrittestu prayojanam. What is the benefit of vritti, this thought? Now rope thought has to come. To get rope knowledge, rope thought has to come first. What is this rope thought? What is the role of rope knowledge? Rope vritti. That means rope thought, rope vritti, rajju vritti. What is the benefit of that? We have to understand. Role of vritti, that is to remove avarana bhangaha, he says. Avarana bhangaha. Avarana means concealment. Removing the concealment alone is the job of vritti. What vritti? Rajju vritti. Rope thought. Vrittestu. That thought, vritti means here rajju vritti. Prayojanam, benefit, the purpose is avarana bhangaha. You have to remember, one person comes with a torchlight, then he puts a torchlight there. Immediately you see it as a rope. How vritti comes first. So it can remove the concealment. Avaranam bhangaha, destroy the concealment. Idancha avarana bhangam ajnanasya shaktihi. Avaranam bhangaha, avaranam ajnanasya shaktihi. How this avaranam has come? Who did this job? Who concealed this rope? Who concealed this rope? Who covered this rope? Ajnanam. Rope ajnanam, rajju ajnanam alone is the cause to generate, to produce avaranam, avarana shakti. Because ajnanam has got two powers, avarana shakti and vikshepa shakti. So avarana shakti is functioning because of ajnanam, because it is its power. Why it is covering? It is its power. It does. Why you are speaking? And I have power, speaking power, that's why I am speaking. That's why here also that jnanam power, it is power. It uses when ideal condition is there. When semi-darkness is there, rope ajnanam comes, and because of that ajnanam, avarana it is covering. You are not able to see rope as rope, then what vikshepa comes? Snake appears. That is the power. Two powers I said, vikshepa shakti and avarana shakti. So idancha avaranam ajnanasya shakti. You can follow easily. Yasmat avaranam shakti means power of ignorance. Yasmat avaranam jadam anashritya tad adhisthana chaitanyameva ashrayati. This is very important point. You have to underline. Yasmat, since The avaranam, the concealment, is a jadam anashritya. It never depends upon the jadavastu. Rope. Jadam here is what? A rope. Jadam anashritya means rope anashritya. Anashritya means not depending upon that. Avarana is not because of rope, because rope is jadam. It cannot cause any avarana concealment. Then who is that? Tad adhisthana chaitanyameva ashrayati. Avarana is located in the beginning itself, I said. So ajnanam is located in the chaitanyam, not in the jadavastu. That you remember that point. Tad adhisthana chaitanyameva ashrayati. So avarana is ashrayati means supported by, depending upon the chaitanyam only. That is the adhishtanam. CV1. CV1 is the adhishtanam. Here only we say chit jada granthi. Chit jada granthi means suppose the wall is there. Wall. Otherwise you take this pot. Pot is there. This pot is jadam. Pot is, that is chit, chaitanyam. So when I say pot is, wall is, mic is, pen is, the all names are called jadavastu. And plus chit means easiness. The easiness in every object is called chit. So whenever you get any knowledge of any object, whenever you see, chit jada both are mixed. Because adhisthana chaitanyam is there, easiness is there. So this is called chit jada grandhi. In these two components, chit and jada components, in this grandhi components, which one is changing, which one is not changing, which one is permanent, which one is impermanent? You know, simple. Pot is impermanent, wall is impermanent, pen is impermanent, mic is impermanent. So whatever is impermanent, whatever is jadam, impermanent only. Then what is not changing? That easiness. That easiness will never change. In every object, easiness continues. So it will never change. Therefore, the whole universe is nothing but chit jada grandhi. Chaitanyam, easiness plus object. Easiness, object. Easiness, object. This is external world. When you look at the external world, objectify chit jada grandhi only. That means object, namarupa plus easiness. Namarupa, easiness. Namarupa, easiness. That outer world, external world. When you come to the internal world, inside, vritti is the jadam, awareness is called chit, chaitanya. Here consciousness. So here also chit jada grandhi is there. Internal antakarana inside also. This is very, very, very important point of how to just masticate this sentence. Chit jada grandhi. Inside also, antakaranam also, when you get any jnanam of any object, vritti plus chaitanyam, adhisthana chaitanyam. Vritti thought about pot thought, rope thought. This is a rope thought. If you got the knowledge now, rope thought. Pen thought, wall thought, anything. All these thoughts are internal. Vritti is always internal. That vritti is jadam. It is born in the mind. Mind is jadam. So vritti is, thought is also jadam. And the vritti plus jnanam. Rope knowledge, pen knowledge, book knowledge, pot knowledge, all knowledge is inside. Understand? Object is outside, isness is you are appreciating, but inside thought plus Chaitanya, awareness, consciousness. That is in the form of knowledge. So, internal level, Chit Jada Granthi means thought plus Chaitanyam, or awareness, or consciousness, Chit Jada Granthi. At external level, Chit Jada Granthi means object, Nama Rupa, plus which is Jadam. Here Vritti is Jadam internally, outside object is Jadam. Their isness is Satyam, permanent. Here consciousness, awareness is Satyam, permanent. Understand? If you understand this, you are liberated. That's all. Okay. Liberation is this. One who knows this Chit Jada Granthi clearly, this is called liberation, nothing else. The whole world is Chit Jada Granthi. External world is Chit Jada Granthi. Internal world is also Chit Jada Granthi only. A wise person, wise students like all of you, recognize, discover. How you are understanding now? Because of studying Vicharasagara. Because you have studied, to understand Vicharasagara, you have studied Bhagavadgītā, Upaniṣads, Prakaraṇa-granthas, so much of study you are doing from long time. Otherwise you cannot understand this. Therefore, that is what he is going to explain, Chit Jada Granthi. That words he won't use, but that is the idea, message conveyed here. Tasmat, so Shakti over Yasmat Avaranam Jadamanashritya Tad Adhisthana Chaitanyameva Ashrayati. Tad Adhisthana Chaitanya means CV1. Tasmat Antakarana Vrittya. So Antakarana Vritti, the thought, by the thought which arise in the mind, Rajvadi Vishayakārāpannaya. See, now this Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthitamaha, like that you have to supply here the same way. That vritti comes out. How? Rajvadi Vishayakara. Once one person has come, put the torchlight. This is rope. This is not snake. This is rope. The vritti has come first. What that vritti does, it takes the shape of Rajju Akara. Rajvadi Vishaya. Vishaya means object. What is the Vishaya here? Rajju. Rope is the Vishaya. That Akara, it takes the shape of that. Vishayakara. Apannaya. By taking that Vishayakara, then what it does? Rajvadi avachinna Chaitanya avaranameva bhajyate. What it does, the vritti removes Rajvadi avachinna Chaitanya avaranam. That avaranam which is covering, concealing the CV1 is bhajyate, removed, destroyed. What Chaitanyam? Rajvadi avachinna Chaitanyam. That consciousness which is enclosed in the rope snake, that is rope, that avaranam, when it is removed, that adhisthana Chaitanyam also, that ajnanam also will go away. Rajvadi avachinna Chaitanya avaranameva bhajyate. Really that vritti is not removing the snake alone. It is removing the avarana, concealment, really speaking, that concealment of adhishthanam only. It is destroying. So, vrittistha chidabhasastu. Now, what is the role of chidabhasa? Role of vritti is to remove the avarana. That is the job of vritti. Now, role of chidabhasa is to illumine the rope. Rope shines. How it shines? Vrittistha, that chidabhasa which is there in the thought, So Chidabhasa is there. What is Chidabhasa? Don't ask. Okay. In the mind, thought arise. In the mind, the mirror like mind, there is Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. So as the vritti goes out and pervades this rope, now it is a rope. So the rope vritti pervades the vritti. Rope. Rope vritti, rope thought gets the shape of rope. It pervades it. Along with the vritti, Chidabhasa also pervades. Along the vritti, Chidabhasa also pervades. Why? Wherever mind is there, wherever mirror is there, reflection is formed or not? Definitely formed. Even if you turn the mirror towards wall reflection will be there in the mirror. That is the nature of mirror. You cannot see any mirror without our mirror. What we are using to see our face, that mirror, you cannot keep it without reflection. Why? It is the nature of that mirror to reflect an object which is in front. Similarly, mind is also a refined mirror-like. In that mind, thought arise. In that mind, Chidabhasa is there, reflected consciousness. And reflected consciousness, along with that, the vritti, Chidabhasa, both pervades the rope. That is what he says here. Look into the line. Vrittistha. That Chidabhasastu Chidabhasaha, that RC, reflected consciousness, which is there in that thought. What thought? Rajju thought, rope thought. Where rope thought has come? In the Antakarana. So, Rajju matram prakashayati. That Chidabhasa illumine, prakashayati means illumine. Prakashayati. What? Rajju matram. That illumines the rope. Now, the role of thought is to remove the avarana. The role of Chidabhasa is to shine up the rope. This is rope. It illumines the rope. Illumines shining, and don't take literally. It makes the Chidabhasa makes the rope evident. Okay, shining, illumining. If you take dictionary meaning, literal meaning out, here prakashayati means it illumines, means it makes the rope evident. Then what you say? You say, rope. This is rope. You say rope is. How that rope knowledge has come to you? Because of the vritti. It has taken the shape of that Rajju, and it has gone out along with Chidabhasa, and Chidabhasa pervaded the rope, and vritti also pervaded the rope. Both of them pervaded the rope. Then immediately you get rope knowledge. Now, Chaitanyasya Swayam Prakasha Rupatvat. That Chaitanyam, here only Phalavyapti, Vritti Vyapti comes. So, Chidabhasa job is only to illumine the rope. Thought is only to remove the avarana. This you have to remember. Next point is what? Chidabhasa makes the rope evident. Okay? Because of vritti, the CV1, that enclosed consciousness shines. Because avarana is gone. So CV1 is also evident. Adhisthana Jnanam also has come there. So that is the idea. So rope is, when you say rope is, that easiness come from where? When you say rope is, no, you have got the rope knowledge. You say rope is. Where from that easiness? That easiness come from where? Actually, not from the rope. Not from the rope. When you say rope is, that easiness has not come from the rope. That easiness belong to Rajju Avachinna Chaitanya. that easiness belong to that Chaitanyam, the consciousness which is enclosed in the rope. Okay, that easiness belong to this much you can remember. The easiness belong to the Rajju Upahita Chaitanyameva. That easiness is nothing but it belongs to the Rajju Upahita Chaitanyameva. So this, in one Jnanam, Rajju and Rajju Upahita Chaitanyancha Bhasate. In one Jnanam means rope knowledge. In one rope knowledge, you get, you can see the rope also, and you get the knowledge of the Upahita Chaitanyam also. That is only for Vedanta students, not outside people. They say only rope, I come to know only rope. But what is speciality of Vedanta students? We say that easiness. You are seeing non-existent rope or existent rope? That's why many times in class I ask, இருக்கிற பாம்பு இருக்கிற கயிறு பார்க்குறியா இல்லாத கயிறு பார்க்குறியான்னா இருக்கிற கயிறு தான் பார்க்குறேன் சுவாமினி அண்ணா. அப்போ இருக்கிற தன்மைங்கிறது தான் முக்கியம் இல்லையா? ஸோ தமிழில் சொன்னால் அப்படி. ஸோ தட் ஈஸினஸ் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். தேர்ஃபோர் Chaitanyameva, that easiness belongs to the Rajju Upahita Chaitanyameva. This is Rajju Upahita Chaitanyancha Bhasate. In one Rajju Jnanam as well as Chaitanya, Adhisthana Chaitanya Jnanam api at a time, simultaneously, without any effort. Separate illumination is not required. Phala Vyapti is not required. So Vritti Vyapti itself is sufficient. They call it as Phala Vyapti, Vritti Vyapti. In Panchadasi we saw, in Vedānta Sara we saw what is Phala Vyapti and Vritti Vyapti. If you have that, if you remember that Vritti Vyapti, Phala Vyapti, fine. If you don't remember also, okay. Again, I will tell you what is Vritti Vyapti, what is Phala Vyapti. Thought going outside, pervading the object is called Vritti Vyapti, simple. Vritti, thought, Vyapti, pervading. Vritti Vyapti. Suppose I show this pot to you, and your thought looking at this pot, now your thought pervade the pot. This is called Vritti Vyapti. Okay. Then Chidabhasa Vyapti is called Phala Vyapti. Chidabhasa Vyapti is called, because along Vritti, Chidabhasa also going. So Chidabhasa also pervading. That gives the phalam, real phalam. Chidabhasa gives adhishtanam, is evident, rope is evident, it shines. That knowledge, phala vyapti. So like when a mirror travels, mirror moves, its reflection also moves or not. Whatever reflection is there in the mirror, that also moves. Correct? Similarly, that vritti, as it moves, ghata vritti, pata vritti, rajju vritti, whatever it, that vritti moves like a mirror, and chidabhasa is like a reflection, it also moves. That is the idea conveyed here. So reflection also moves there. Then what? Then what he says, look into the portion again. Vrittistha chidabhasastu rajjumatram prakashayati chaitanyasya swayam prakasha rupatvat. Since chaitanyam, adhisthana chaitanyam CB1 is swayam prakasham, it is self-luminous, self-evident, prakasha rupatvat. Swayam prakasham, self-evident, self-luminous. Tat prakashaya, for that illumination, chidabhasa, Na abhasa upayujyate. Chidabhasa is not used for the illumination of that adhisthana chaitanyam, upahita chaitanyam. CV1 need not be illumined by what? RC, reflected consciousness. Na abhasa. Na bhasa is there. Abhasa na upayujyate. Chidabhasa is not used to illumine that adhisthana chaitanyam, avachinna chaitanyam. Why? Swayam prakashatvat, because it is self-luminous. Ayamarthaha. This meaning alone, vistarataha, elaborately, uparishta asminneva tarange khadayishyate. Why this itself we understand very difficult. He is going to explain later further. You see, where uparishtat means in future, taranga, in this taranga itself, asminneva tarange. In this taranga means in this chapter itself. In which chapter we are? We are in 4th chapter of what? Vicharasagara. Okay. In this Vicharasagara itself, in this 4th chapter itself, Uparishtat, in future topics, that is, just to note, page number 113, 113, topic number 202. So you have to travel nearly 150, 50 more topics you have to cross. By that time you forget this. Okay. Uparishtat asminneva tarange khadayishyate. He is going to explain. If you don't understand now, you have understood, I know. If you suppose you have not grasped now, don't worry. You will again get clarity there when he is going to explain further. Continuing. Itham chidabhasa vishishtantah karana vrittirupa jnanasya kevala vrittirupamsha chaitanya nishtha avaranam nashayati chidabhasa rupamshastu rajjum prakashayati ti prayojanadvayam siddhayati tasmad vrittignanasya na kevala jadatmaka rajju vishayi bhavati kintu adhisthana chaitanyena sahita rajjuhu chidabhasa sahita vrittehe vishayi bhavati ataha eva siddhanta granthe antahkarana janya vrittignanam akhandam brahma vishayi karoti itham abhihitam itham yato rajjugnanena bhagnavaranam sat sarpadyadhisthana rajva avachinna chaitanyam swayameva prakashate tato rajjugnanameva sarpadyadhisthana gnanarupamapi bhavati tatascha rajjugnanena sarpadi nivrittir yujjata iti. Nivrittihi yujjata iti. Yujjate. That is because of sandhi rule. It is yujjata. It is given. Now he is just repeating same idea, consolidating. What he is consolidating? The consolidation is this. Before going to that, any Vishaya Jnanam, Tat Vishaya Jnanam, just before consolidating, I would like to reinforce the same idea, what he says. Sarva Vishaya Jnanam, any knowledge of any object. It is not there in that paragraph, just I am telling, any objective knowledge. Okay, Vishayena saha Vishaya avachinna chaitanyam api prakashayate. Every knowledge of every object, whatever you get, it gives the knowledge of that object and that object also you know, and knowledge of that object avachinna chaitanya jnanam api bhavati. How na? Ekaikasmin vishaya jnane na kevala vishayam vishayi karoti prakashate vishayena saha tad avachinna chaitanyam api prakashate. This is the same idea. Ghata jnane घटेन सह घटावच्छिन्न चैतन्यं प्रकाशते. पटज्ञाने पठेन सह पटावच्छिन्न चैतन्यं प्रकाशते. That is the idea. Okay. तत्तत् विषयक तत्तत् विषयक सर तत्तत् विषय ज्ञानम. That object of that object, that knowledge of that object. How to translate in English? Tattat vishaya jnanam. That object, knowledge of that object. Kata jnanam, pata jnanam, pen jnanam, wall jnanam, and rope jnanam. Tat vishayena saha. Along that object, tat vishaya avachinna chaitanyam api prakashayati. And it illumines, that vishaya jnanam illumines the object also, and its avachinna chaitanyam also, enclosed consciousness also. Why? Always knowledge is where we saw already. Rope, jadavastu. Knowledge cannot located in the rope. Knowledge can be located in the chaitanyam only. So Chaitanyam is already there, all pervading. Easiness belong to that avachinna Chaitanyam only. So therefore, that knowledge is the location. Avachinna Chaitanyam is the location, locus for any knowledge. That is tattat vishayaka jnanam vishayena saha tattat vishayaka avachinna Chaitanyam prakashayati. Tattat vishaya chaitanyam eva chaitanyena saha prakashayati. That idea he again consolidate. Look into the line. Itham, in this manner. Chidabhasa visishta antakarana. So visishta means what? Enclosed, along with. Chidabhasa visishta antakarana vritti. Each word is very important. Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. Vishishta. Vishishta means that which is in association with what? Chidabhasa, antakarana. Where is reflection? Reflection is in the mirror. Reflection is associated with what? I will think over and tell Swamini. A reflection is always associated with reflecting medium. You need not think so much time. Always reflection is associated with reflecting medium. Similarly, Chidabhasa, the reflected consciousness, also associated with what? Antakaranam, that is mind. With mind only it is associated. What is mind? Vritti rupam. Vritti rupa jnanasya. So this rope knowledge is what? Vritti rupa jnana. It is in the form of thought. We get so many knowledge in the morning onwards till night. How many objects we are seeing, how many objects knowledge we are getting. Everything is vritti rupa jnanam only. It is in the form of thought. Every knowledge is in the form of thought. This is the law. This is called Advaitic epistemology. Okay, vritti jnanasya. Kevala vritti rupamsha chaitanya chaitanya nishtha avaranam nashayati. Again same idea. What is the role of vritti? Kevala vritti rupamsha. Kevala means that vritti, role of vritti is chaitanya nishtha avaranam. Where is avaranam? Everything is located in chaitanya only finally. Why? Everything is all pervading chaitanya. So chaitanya nishtha avaranam. That avaranam which is located, nishtha means located. Where? In chaitanyam. So this kevala vritti, this vritti alone, the vritti rupa amsha, that amsha, the part, the vritti, that removes that avaranam, which is located in Chaitanyam, nashayati. Whatever he said above, the same thing he is repeating in different words. Chidabhasa rupamshastu. What is the role of Chidabhasa? Rajjum prakashayati. It illumines the Rajju. Prayojanadvayam siddhayati. Two benefits, one knowledge. One stone, two mangoes. Okay? One stone, two mangoes, how it will come on? That's all, it will come. Like that here also, prayojanadvayam, two benefits. One is rope jnanam, rope knowledge, and rope avachinna chaitanya jnanam also. Both of them at a time siddhayati. Tasmat vritti jnanasya na kevala jadatmaka rajju vishayikaroti. Tasmat, therefore, vritti jnanam. Any jnanam, vritti jnanam, thought, that which carries always knowledge, pot knowledge, mic knowledge, wall knowledge, any knowledge, vritti jnanasya, na kevala jadatmaka vastu, jadatmaka rajju, vishekar. It is not only revealing the inert rope. It is not only revealing the inert rope. Then what? Kintu, but it is adhisthana chaitanyena sahitarajjuhu. This vritti jnanam reveals what? Adhisthana chaitanyena sahitarajjuhu. It reveals that avarana nivritti it happens. Then that chidabhasa, what it does, the job of chidabhasa, it sahitarajjuhu, chaitanyena sahita means what? Enclosed chaitanya. That rajju avachinna chaitanyena saha chidabhasa sahita vrittehe vishayi bhavati. So vritti is along with chidabhasa. Chidabhasa sahita vrittehe. Vritti goes along with chidabhasa, and chidabhasa job is to illumine the rope. Vritti job is to remove the avaranam. So we get the rope knowledge also, adhisthana jnanam also. You get only rope knowledge, easiness knowledge you won't get? Tell me. Easiness knowledge you get or not? That is why you say rope is. Rope, one, and easiness. So you got rope knowledge also, easiness jnanam also. That easiness is very important. Sat, ease, existent rope. That knowledge also comes. Both are vishayi bhavati. It is evident. Vishayi bhavati means it is evident. Ataha eva. Therefore, Siddhanta Granthe, in Siddhanta Granthas, in Vedanta, when we talk about this type of topics, Antakarana Janya Vritti Jnanam. Any Vritti Jnanam which is generated, born, Antakarana Janya, born in Antakaranam Buddhi. Akandam Brahma Vishayi Karoti. Now this is Dashtanta. He is going to explain later. Akhandam Brahma, that indivisible Brahman, Vishayi Karoti, it reveals. Iti Abhihitam, it is said in Granthas. All this rope knowledge for what sake? To know I am Brahman, okay. I am the adhishthanam of this entire Jagat which is appearing like rope. Snake, I am the adhisthana chaitanyam. Okay, itham yataha rajjugnanena. Therefore, one rajjugnanam only, that rope knowledge alone, bhagna avaranam sat, once that avaranam is removed, sarpadhyadhisthana rajju avachinna chaitanyam, that enclosed consciousness in that snake, rajju adhisthana sarpadhyadhisthana rajju Rajvavayava avachinna chaitanyam. So Rajjau avachinna chaitanyam. So previously I was seeing Sarpa. Now in that Sarpa place what I am seeing? Rajju. Therefore there is avachinna chaitanyam. Swayameva prakasate. That itself revealed, illumined. More in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.